What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm finally gonna get to the black truck. Went ahead and bought some 2-inch drop springs and some Belltech shocks, and so it's been riding on the factory coils that I cut to give it that 4-inch drop. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and install these springs and shocks. Maybe in another month or so I'll be buying the spindles for it, either spindles or lower control arms. I'm still undecided on what I'm going to do as far as the other 2-inch, the additional 2 inches that I'm going to put on the truck. So let me show you what I've got. So I went ahead and set out all my tools. I don't know exactly, well, I know what I'm going to need, but I like to have more tools than what I actually need. So there's the Belltech shocks. And the springs are actually Western chassis brand. So either way, 2-inch springs, finally some shocks, because the truck's actually riding on well, not original, but they're like AutoZone shocks or something. But it's bottoming out every time that I even take the slightest dip. So the back is going to stay obviously with the 6-inch drop, and then we'll do the 2-inch lowering coils. So it's actually going to bring it up 2 inches, which is all right. It's not going to be a drastic difference. So all right, let me go ahead and get it jacked up and set on some jack stands, and I'll get started on it. Mention was that I've done it in the previous video with the Yukon, where the shock bolt at the top, I just take it out with the impact, and it's, I believe it's a size 15, so just bust it off with the impact. Most of the time, probably about 85% of the time, it'll come off. I said 85% of the time it'll come out. I busted it loose probably 3/4 of the way, but it got stopped, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this with the wrench. factory coil. This is a 2-inch drop, which I believe has, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say 6 coils. It's missing 1 coil, but this one's compressed with 7 coils. This will be stronger for sure, and it'll give that 2-inch drop that we're looking for. So I've been waiting to put these parts on for a while. I don't know why I wasn't just patient, just wait, you know, wait until I had the money to get them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and install these. All right, so it wasn't too hard to get that spring in there, but it looks real nice. Like I say, real soon I'm gonna try to get all this cleaned up, because for sure these control arms, they're factory, and I did replace the ball joint even though it's filthy. But if you look at these bushings, and also I don't believe this truck's ever had an alignment, just the factory alignment. So, you know, replacing these and knocking out the little clips that are in here is gonna benefit me quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know, maybe in another, I'm counting on a month, possibly 2 months. Like I say, I'll get these. And the whole point of getting this truck going, getting this most especially situated, you know, get the right spring, the right shocks, is because once I start on my red pickup, as I've stated before, the Yukon is gonna get it's gonna get the axe. I guess you could put it that way. Yeah, so the Yukon I daily drive right now, and so it's gonna be actually put on. I'm gonna park it so I can pull the motor out, and like I've stated in my past videos, that motor in the Yukon will go in my red pickup, the new crew cab that I have. So getting this truck together is of key importance. You know, this is gonna have to be a daily for a while, and so like I say, putting these springs and shocks is a big plus for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this buttoned up. I just wanted to show you, you know, the spring went in pretty well. And what else? I'll go ahead and just put it all together, and I'll show you what it's looking like before I put the wheel, and then after I put the wheel. Okay, so I got everything bolted back together. The only thing I don't have in there is the shock. I wanted to show y'all right quick. I barely opened up the box. And here's these nice, they're Belltech Street Performance. This is their higher end shock that they offer, because they also have a nitro drop, and I believe this is more for you know, they use it for pro touring and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this on, and I'll get right back to you. All right, so I got this shock in there. You can see spring and shock in place, everything's in place, and it's ready for the wheel. All right, so I got the wheel back on. It's not set on the ground yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that other side, and I'll catch back up with y'all, and hopefully we can take a test drive in the truck, see how it rides, and see the ride height as well. I'll go park it somewhere in a parking lot, see how it sets. All right, it is currently the next day after I put them suspension parts on my truck. This is right after work, the only time that I had. I do have somebody helping me, my nephew, he's holding the camera for me, so I'm gonna bring it in and show him the wheel. So it's got a 2-inch difference from what it was before. And you come this way. So just film me. Okay. So some of you might be asking why I didn't get the 2-inch spindles to go with it to make it a 4-inch drop. And the truth is, just money wise, I was able to get the springs and the shocks. And in the later video, I'll install them spindles. did have a 4-inch drop previously, but it was chopped springs. They were factory springs that they rode sloppy, and it was factory shocks as well. So right now it's got Belltech shocks and Western chassis 2-inch drop springs. So in the rear, it's been the same. It's the C-notch with the flip kit at the back, 6-inch drop. So it's gonna ride like this temporarily, maybe like a month or two, and I'll be driving this for a while because I'll be pulling the engine out of the Yukon, getting that engine and the tranny ready for the red truck. So if y'all enjoyed this video, that's gonna wrap it up. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.